Greetings. If you did not get a chance to meet with us this morning for SonRise Bible study, I'm going to go over with you the three questions and summaries that we discussed together as a class. We continued together in chapter 4 of 2 Timothy with verses 5 through 8. This is the first question. We first read into our spirit verse 5 of chapter 4, and the question is, why do you think it is so tempting to measure the success of our ministry by the amount of people in attendance? And accordingly, here's the summary. The focus in today's world, ministries often face pressure to measure success by attendance numbers. But is that the only metric? Let's explore this through the lens of 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 5. Do your work faithfully, fulfill your ministry. Here's some top reasons for attendance focus. Visibility and growth. A large crowd creates a sense of vibrancy and attracts others. It suggests the ministry is doing something right. Funding and resources. Many ministries rely on donations, often linked to attendance. Higher numbers can secure funding for outreach, staff, and programs. Validation and confirmation. Large congregations can feel like a sign of God's favor or effectiveness of the message. 2 Timothy 4:5 offers a different perspective. Faithfulness over numbers. The verse emphasizes faithful work and fulfilling one's ministry, not attendance figures. Success lies in obedience and commitment, not popularity contests. Impact beyond walls. Ministry can have a ripple effect. Even a small group can profoundly impact individuals, inspiring them to spread the message further. Quality over quantity. A deeply engaged, transformed congregation might be more impactful than a large group with shallow involvement. Modern ministry and true success. Focus on transformation. Does the ministry foster spiritual growth and positive change in people's lives? Reaching the unreached. Are efforts made to connect with those who might not traditionally attend a physical church? Living the message. Does the ministry work reflect its teachings in the community? So here's the takeaway. While attendance can be a factor, it shouldn't be the sole measure. True ministry success lies in faithfulness, impact, living the message, and fulfilling God's calling, regardless of the crowd size. Okay, we moved on after that to our next question. We first read into our spirit of verse 6 of chapter 4, and this is the question. How do we determine if the ministry we are pursuing is God's call or just a good idea that we've come up with ourselves? Okay, and our summary is as follows. 2 Timothy 4:6, for I am already being poured out like a drink offering, and the time of my departure is at hand. In this context, Paul reflects on his life's work, a testament to a clear calling from God. But how do we in today's world know if our passions align with God's purpose or if we're simply chasing a good idea? Here are three effective ways to discern a genuine calling. Number one, alignment with Scripture. Core values. Does your idea resonate with the core values found in Scripture? Love, justice, service, etc. Biblical examples. Look for similar callings or ministries in the Bible. How did God confirm these callings? Fruits of the Spirit. Does your pursuit cultivate the fruits of the Spirit as in Galatians 5:22-23? These are indications of God's work within you. Number two, spiritual confirmation. Prayer and reflection. Seek God earnestly in prayer. Does your passion ignite during prayer sessions? Does peace clarify follow? Godly counsel. Discuss your aspirations with trusted spiritual mentors. Their insights can provide valuable perspective. Openness to change. Be open to God redirecting your path. Sometimes his call takes unexpected turns. 3. Kingdom impact. Focus on service. Does your idea primarily benefit others or glorify God rather than yourself? Alignment with needs. Does your passion address a specific need in your community or the world? Lasting change. Does your idea have the potential to create lasting positive change? aligning with God's desire for restoration. Remember, don't expect a lightning bolt. Discerning your calling can be a journey of exploration and growth. Look for consistent confirmation through scripture, spiritual experiences, and a desire to serve God's kingdom. In closing, by following these steps and staying open to God's guidance, you'll be well on your way to pursuing not just a good idea, but a fulfilling purpose that is aligned with His will. All right. We moved on to our next question, which is our last question. We read into our spirit verses 7 and 8 of chapter 4. Question: what should be our perspective if the ministry we feel called to seems impossible to accomplish at a certain time? Okay. Accordingly, here's our summary. 2 Timothy 4:7-8 finds Paul's writing: I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have loved his appearing. Facing potential execution, Paul reflects on his ministry with confidence, not despair. Even when ministry feels overwhelming, here are three perspectives that are inspired by these verses. Number one, faithfulness, not success. Focus on the journey. Ministry is a lifelong marathon, not a sprint to a specific outcome. Trust that God values your faithfulness, not just immediate success. Celebrate small victories. Find joy in the everyday acts of serving God, even if the big picture feels unclear. Release control. Let go of the pressure to achieve specific results. Trust that God is working through your efforts, even when unseen. Number two, perseverance through hardship. Paul's example. Just like Paul faced challenges, so will you. Remember, God equips us for ministry, as in 2 Timothy 1:7. Temporary setbacks are not permanent failure. Difficult times may force adaptation, but don't let them extinguish your calling. Seek support and renewal. Connect with other ministers facing similar struggles. Take time for spiritual renewal to prevent burnout. And finally, number three, the reward of a faithful life. Eternal perspective. Take control in knowing that God rewards faithfulness, not just worldly achievements, as in Matthew 25:21. Focus on the crown. Visualize the ultimate reward. Serving God perfectly is in His presence. And number three, legacy of faith. Your impact goes beyond what you can see. Plant seeds of faith, trusting God for the harvest. Remember, seasons of difficulty are inevitable in ministry, but by adopting these perspectives, you can navigate challenges with courage, knowing that God's purpose will ultimately be fulfilled. All right. Looking forward to seeing everybody on Thursday, where we will continue into chapter 4, verses 9-22. God bless. Have a nice week.